Indiana resident. I am working on a startup affordable college, and I'm not going to get into as much of that about what we do now, but I'm out there in higher ed, and one of the biggest questions that I have to deal with is, why do we need a degree? So why do we need, and I'll just say bachelor's degree. Why do we need one? And if we need one, what's the value of it? And I'm going to actually, and I was thinking about this on the way in, kind of where I was going to go with this conversation, but I actually think if you look at the problem and the outcome, I think it's, somebody that wants a job can get one without any student debt in the career that they want. I think right now, the biggest issue with the debt is easy access to money. And if we don't talk about Title IV and how it works and why it and how it impacts the cost of college, then I think, we in this room aren't at least dealing with, the system that we have in a way that will help us understand how an 18-year-old can walk in the door. Really, when I was 18 personally, I didn't know what I wanted to major in. I didn't have a career in mind, and I signed up to go to college, and it all worked out. But when we talk in our industry, talk about, hey, that, we need to get people matched up, with their goal and align their degree with that goal, and then, our system enables people in that time to commit to huge amounts of debt, and we enable that at the federal level. So, I wonder, if we want this outcome, why do we finance higher education in a way that allows people to sign up for that much debt if they don't exactly know what they're going to get from it? And if you look at the way employers talk about what's coming out of higher education, there was a 2014 study by Inside Higher Ed, 11% of employers agreed that universities were delivering strongly agree that universities were delivering on the skills that students needed to be successful. I think the rate among the presidents was like 78%. So you have this differing point, and it was actually the public at large was 14% and 14. So the public at large and employers are feeling a certain way about what they're getting from the degree. We have a system that enables people to walk in the door and pursue this maybe in a way that they might not otherwise. And clearly there's a big difference in perception, at least, of what you get from it. IDEO had a college affordability challenge. And so I ended up in a room with a bunch of students, and all of the ideas that they came up with, out of that, there was maybe one that wasn't. There were like 4 or 5 teams that came together, and they all wanted to figure out how to cut the college out of the process. They're like, our idea, some or another, amounts to directly connecting me to employers, and one way or the other, I think that the system would need to be shaken up for this outcome to occur in a way that is significant, systemic, and that creates more agency. And by the way, whatever that student does or doesn't take on, it's going to get paid for in our current system somehow. So I'd actually extend the debt for those students even beyond what they sign up for and what we all sign up for. So I think systemically, we need to ask the question, what is the value of a degree, or why do you need a degree? What's the value of it? And I look at a lot of the systemic, the structure that we have that leads us there, in addition to maybe some other issues about how we organize ourselves as people. So.